The fastest car on the track tried to push it just a little bit too hard, and this is what happens. Coming out of 17, Brad Keselowski now climbing out of the car.
Guys, this looks like it almost starts in the right-hander of 16. Get y'all's opinions. He takes this right here.
Just carrying too much speed.
And a little bit. The confidence is built, you know, and as the confidence builds, you start to push a little harder. He had some new tires on. Really liked the way his car was feeling. Ran a fast lap. And
this is a repaired right front fender, or left front fender for Ryan Blaney. And they'll have to repair it again.
That is not a good sign. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Take a look. He just gets loose and he's nowhere to go.
Wow.
And that's a moment that you're thankful that wall is designed to move.
Is correct. Oh, man.
Huge impact there.
And Steve, you've mentioned it, that backstretch.
There's a car in front of them.
Oh, took a peek there around Ryan Newman, and
there's no real estate.
Oh, man. Holy Toledo. Well, you hit those turbos, and you literally fly in the air. Happens quick.
Guys, that is the biggest problem with that corner, is that it is single groove. You saw he was half a car out of the groove and had no ability to turn that car.
And I know guys were kind of half kidding, Steve. They're saying that even in pace laps, they're going to run through their single file.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's no room for two cars to go through that corner.
Wow, that is a massive impact. Certainly glad to see that Eric Jones is okay.
having trouble. Jones into the fence here over turn 5. Yaley in turn 1. Hard contact.
The only guy not real nervous about this weekend because he's moving on anyway. He made contact with the wall. A lot of damage. They had to fix it. It's a tough racetrack.
There's Eric Almirola.
He's made contact.
Yeah, he did.
There he is behind this.
Slides and backs it into the tire wall. And these tire barriers are all around the track.
He's loose.
Yeah, loose way early on corner entry. We've been practicing.
It's been about 6 minutes.
And how many incidents did we see? We got a whole weekend to go.
Oh, where's he going?
Austin Dillon, he goes around in the 3.
Oh, he knows he's in trouble.
Wow. All right, so it slid that wall over. Guy's going to hit that.
Yeah, look what it did.
Then he had trouble earlier today, this time for a different reason.
Just barely caught it there, but sent him up the wall, or up the track into the wall.
Not a good day for Denny Hamlin, a guy needing to make something happen. Right here he's in trouble. And
the 23, Spencer Gallagher in turn 1. He has parked it.
Knocked the radiator out of it.
wow.
That's a pretty hard hit. You can see all the damage. This will be a backup car that they've destroyed. It's been a tough weekend for him. They will have to pull out another car. So he slaps the driver's side with the tire barrier. And hopefully they don't have, you know, ball joints or any kind of tie rod ends bent, and they can just kind of pull that sheet metal out.
Worked with that organization for many years.
Oh, there you go.
Can he hang on to it? No, he's going to go around. Just as we're touting his abilities, he spins it. Daniel Hemrick now out front.
So he spun through the grass. He's on what part of the original road course. Be careful pulling back in.
All clear. Clear right there.
Austin Cinders has just got to clean up with his driving in these Xfinity cars. You can see the car just came around on him. You know, you're leading the race. It's okay to run second. It's still a long way to go in this race. You cannot make these mistakes at this time of the race, Marty.
Working the infield road course, and they'll make their way now.
Spin back there at the top of the screen.
Sure enough, right out of turn number 6.
The JD Motorsports cars. 15, Captain Wig.
Catherine Legge able to straighten it back out, back into the grass, and going the right direction now.
These guys kind of all checked up behind the 90. And the 2, Matt Tiff gets in the teammate, gets into him a little bit there. Brandon came down on, I believe, from that angle.
Austin Cindric.
Fun in the middle.
7 of Justin Allgaier going around. May have had a little help from Cindric.
That's what he claims, Rick, and he is not happy about it.
Oh, hit him right in that rear end, right in the wheel. You see the rear axle moving around right along with Austin Cindric.
Yeah, he basically gets spun out. I know he came off from pit road.
A lot of guys up front that have never won an Xfinity race. Now with only 22 laps to go, it's going to get aggressive. There it starts.
There it is. Turn 1. They pile up. We saw Ryan Truex get into the wall, and then the 5 got pushed back out. And that's Michael Annette's that was sideways in the number 5, and everybody piling into him. The caution comes out.
So, look at 11. Overdrives the entry. Slows down, trying to miss the wall. Gets into all these guys coming in there hot. Stage 3, man. It's going to be like this, I think, the rest of the race.
It tightens down into a funnel when you come out of turn number 1 and up to 2. So we go the turn 1 wall as we see the safety crew working on getting Stanton out of that car. And you can see the brake marks, the skid marks. That car went straight into the wall.
Stanton just a little too fast. Got on the brakes and locked them up and just head on in the wall. And it's a very deceiving corner. You see that wall just collapse. It's a very deceiving corner, Junior, because the track's so wide. If you're not looking 100% at the place where you got to be, you never get there because the track opens up, and it's just a really weird entry.
Steve,
see it bouncing the car?
Tire issue.
And Almirola.
That's Almirola.
Almirola avoiding it, gets into the wall hard.
And now if I'm any other car with the 24 and a flat tire, I'm going to come to pit road if I think I can make it. Heavy damage on Eric Almirola. This is a car that we thought just had to gain a few points.
He was doing just enough to get done what he needed to get done today right now.
And we have the 2 cars spinning and the
78 as well. Keselowski and the 78 of Mark Truex Jr. are around.
Now the 78 is going to stop just in front of the 2 because he missed the chicane. I think Brad will do the same.
Keselowski in. Oh, both guys just in way too deep. Like the 78 was in too deep, and Brad
was judging off of him.
Yeah, using him, and he just both ended up driving in too deep.
Those 2 guys are in position. They are positioning themselves to win this race.
But you see way up ahead, riding along with Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Remember, he had damage earlier.
It's pretty good contact, hard hit into the wall, blew a right front tire.
Tire or something, don't you think, Joe?
Yeah, I'd say blew right front tire, broke something in the right front suspension. Car went straight into the fence.
Run. Oh, and around goes the 10 of Eric Almirola again. This time into the grass. And the 37 of Buescher also involved. Chris Buescher actually just taking some of the advertisement with him. Caution has come out again.
Heading into turn 5. I mean, this is a tricky little corner. The 37 gets off the track. So what happened to Eric Almirola here? Did he join him?
Separate issues.
Coming up over 6. Oh, wow. Did Eric get sent by the 17, I wonder?
Oh, Bojangles got spit off, though. Didn't get caught.
Bojangles, that should be $1 less on the next biscuit you buy.
To gain advantage, you will be penalized. And
oh, guys, trouble. The 20 spun here off of action game.
Eric Jones has spun. That left rear tire down for Eric Jones. He stays on the apron.
Oh, the 17's off course over in turn 4. Into the grass, losing the lead. Menard to the lead. That's the second time Stenhouse has been off course there this weekend. I believe he stayed out of the tire barrier. Probably has a left rear tire going down as well. Similar to what the 20 had. Here's the 20 spin coming out of the back straightaway, turn 12. Left around the pit road.
Stenhouse has some real issues. Tire rub with that left rear quarter panel.
And we're hearing from NASCAR that the 18 of Kyle Busch.
A penalty. I thought he picked up a ton of spots. See Ryan Newman around.
Facing the wrong direction. And he's going to try to get it straight back out.
It's a turn 7. I think you're right, Rick. I know there's going to be a lot of conversation about that, but I agree that Kyle tried to not take advantage of it, right? Once he got back on the racetrack, he was patient blending back with traffic.
This is the 31 going around of Newman. Newman out of the 31 and into the 6 for Roush Fenway. Turn for the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And the caution has come out.
Heavy right side damage.
Under 8 laps to go in this race.
Oh, boy.
Crew chief, take a look at what happened with Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Wheel hops down into that corner, gets in there too far and just starts to wheel hop and can't stop. You can't. Once the wheels hop begins, there's no runoff here. You're going to hit something.
It's inside, back up through the gears they go. A little shove from Mark Truex Jr. And too hard through one. Keselowski, Larson both into the wall. They pile up in the Tubbs heartburn turn. Caution coming out again.
No grip.
Trevor Bayne in the 6, also in.
Understanding the grip, you know, you have to trust that the car, even they just the 21, the 18.
So we've had a lot of laps without a restart through that turn.
Got to see Brad Keselowski. They all launched really well. Nobody really spinning their wheels much. Brad's in trouble right there. He knows he's in trouble. Got the left front locked up, and now just nowhere for these guys to go. I think even the 18, he was in too deep.
A lot of guys really did have a lot of trouble getting out of the corner. That is so strange to have so many cars overshoot preferred line and dirting up that outside line.
Look at our guys battling for that last spot, transferring to playoffs.
What I'm worried about right here, Eric Almirola, he goes out of sight. Well, he gets caught up in it, and the 42 sitting against the wall. Look at the damage on the 42. Guys, we haven't talked about this, but he's only 18 points. The only thing that might be saving the 42 is another car that's in trouble is look at Eric Almirola. We show the 14 and the 88 get through, but as the 18 comes back across, the cars stack up, and right here, not a lot of contact, but now he's going to be all the way at the back.
Heavy trying to come to the middle with the 2. Still inside. Tight left, tight left. All right.